as you know, JDF was credited special consultant for Soul of the Dragon by Kyle Higgins. But Aaron wants you to believe from Bat in the Sun that Jason would sign books out like this, written by JDF. Doesn't say and, it just says Bat in the Sun with the signature right there. But if we go back to this clip right here, you see it clear as day how Aaron is moving, 23-30-23.
I was like, let's go back to let's just pitching the comic book again. So then we ended up speaking to Bryce over at Boom, and we were like, hey, let's make Legend of the Emerald Dragon a thing. And they were like, we like this old man Tommy thing, which is what Jason always said. And we started developing it over there. And then they brought on Kyle to write the story, and then we were going to get credited and all that kind of stuff because it was our story. And then the day of, they reached out to me and Jason and said, hey, we're going to press, and we're going.
They didn't reach out to you and Jason. They reached out to you, Mother Sutter. You got reached out to, and I already got it.
We were going to get credited and all that kind of stuff because it was our story. And then the day of, they reached out to me and Jason and said, hey, we're going to press, and we're going to announce the book tomorrow, but we have legally changed the story just enough to where we don't have to credit you guys. And then we're dropping it tomorrow. And me
that
and Jason,
was Soul of the Dragon, correct?
And that was Soul of the Dragon, yes.
That is not true. What was happening was Aaron had a propensity to continuously go behind Jason's back, pitching ideas to Boom Studios, pitching ideas to Hasbro on behalf of Jason. If you don't know, we remember it when these text messages came out where Jason was like, look, I'm so effing mad. Aaron keeps doing this ish, goes to Brian. I told him don't email Brian. So annoying. I emailed Brian and told him don't get back to him. He's so desperate and annoying. Here's the email that Aaron would send to Brian talking about, his views and, hey, what's going on with this Green Ranger JDF series? And JDF would be like, I'm upset he reached out to you. He doesn't even have a script. And Brian is like, yeah, I don't even know why he would reach out to me without CCing. And this is where it's like, look, Kyle essentially proved he could do what he told us both he could. If Kyle is not available at that time, then we can explore Aaron. But Kyle is always the first choice. All right. And now we're getting more. And what Jason would do or Aaron would do would be like, hey, can you post this so they know? And he's like, look, man, I can't deal with these texts anymore of him trying to out people. And then boom, I get this. Hey, man, been a minute. How the heck are you? I hope blank is good at that work. It's just great to have. Great. I have been working on some stuff and looking into some stuff from back in the day. There are a couple of things I had, some questions, and was hoping you might be able to give me some insight. Let me know. Talk soon. Hey, good to hear from you. Sure, give me a call. Hey, just following up on this. Like I said on the phone, I don't want to get directly involved, but I did spend some time going through old messages to make sure I wasn't misremembering anything. I tried to get some specific dates for you from old emails. Here's what I feel comfortable sharing. Right? And it starts with JDF leaked texts and emails from Jason David Frank where Aaron, hold up, let's get it. Where Aaron was reaching out to Brian behind Jason's back weren't the first time Aaron did something like that. Oh no, are we surprised?
Nope.
It was uncommon for Aaron. It wasn't uncommon, as in he's always doing it, for Aaron to speak on behalf of Jason, trying to create opportunities for himself and insert himself into projects. He also tried to go around the proper channels to send things to people unsolicited. Guys, in the industry, this is a huge no-no. You always go through the proper channels. That way it shows you respect the process. You respect the people in place to vet these ideas. But when you try to circumvent the system, you're disrespecting everyone you're bypassing along the way. Don't follow in Aaron's footsteps, okay? This really all blew up with Soul of the Dragon. The project had a bit of a messy backstory because Aaron and Jason had pitched a Green Ranger web series at one point that Saban didn't want to pursue. If I remember right, the pitch wasn't all that great. Instead, Saban decided to develop a new, older Tommy story with Boom and Kyle Higgins as a graphic novel in collaboration with Jason and tied it to the 2017-2018 anniversary episode. This project had the potential to be a way for Jason to eventually do the kind of live action Green Ranger series he wanted. This is what Brian is talking about in the email screenshots. Now we're about to get to the juicy part where we talk about the credit, where you remember Aaron was like, they cut us out so they wouldn't have to credit us. Nah. That's not what happened. That ain't it. JDF didn't want him to have credit. The credit based on a concept by Jason David Frank and Aaron Schoenke was given to Aaron as a kind of a goodwill gesture, even though the story had nothing to do with the web series pitch. So they throw in Aaron a bone. All right. Around April 19th, remember April 19th, there was a call between Jason and Boom Studios to finalize some details before the book announcement. During that call, while they were talking about credits, Jason found out that Aaron had been speaking for him. Jason asked for Aaron's name to be taken off, and a new credit was worked out between Jason, Boom, Saban, Hasbro, special consultant Jason David Frank. You see this? You see this? This is like, no, Aaron is trying to attach himself to things he did not contribute to. You see it? Let me read it one more time, just in case for Aaron. On around April 19th, 2018, there was a call between Jason and Boom Studios to finalize some details before the book announcement. During that call, while talking about credits, Jason found out Aaron had been speaking. Oops, sorry. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. Did I mess up something? I think I did. All right. Hold on. Messed up. There we go. All right, here we go. Jason found out that Aaron had been speaking for him. Jason asked for Aaron's name to be taken off, and a new credit was worked out between Jason, Boom, Saban, and Hasbro. Special thanks to special consultant Jason David Frank. So all of that, hey, Jason was upset about the credit. It was not Jason upset about the credit. He was on the goddamn cover. Aaron was upset that he didn't get credited. Around May 18th, 2018, Boom told Aaron he wouldn't be getting credit based on a concept by, let's keep continuing. Make sure. Around May 18th, 2018, Boom told Aaron he wouldn't be getting the based on a concept by credit anymore. Hope this helps. Oh, wow. Thanks for typing it up. This helps a ton. And you're still okay with me sharing it? Yeah, you can share it. Just don't give my name. It's okay to say I worked at Hasbro. It gets better, guys. It gets better because now we have the emails. Now we have the emails confirming that Jason didn't want him to get credit. You like, Henry, no way. You do not have email confirmation that they did not want him to get credit. I even got the drafted email to him to say, hey, dog, You out. You like, wait, this is getting too deep. Hey, sometimes when the Power Ranger Illuminati come through, they come through in a major way. Here we go right here. On May 17th, 2018, 7:40 p.m. Hi, Jason. Absolutely understand your concern, and it's one I share. Blank, can you and I hop on a call to discuss the messaging and how we can change it? Jason, let us discuss, and then we'll get back to you. These are people talking about how they're going to let Aaron's baby ass down soft and let him know, like, hey, we're not gonna credit him. You like, wait, what? I got the keys. Here we go again. Hi, Jason. An hour later, Blank and I discuss. We're absolutely hear you. You're an important part of this book, and we want you involved. But we do not want to do anything to jeopardize your relationship with Aaron or anyone else. With that in mind, we've tightened the message to Aaron from Blank, removing any mention of you, except to let him know we'll be reaching out to you separately regarding the book. See below and let us know if there's anything in the message that concerns you. We want you to be 100% comfortable with what goes out to Aaron. And Blank is fully prepared to manage Aaron via phone if he needs after it's sent out. Thanks, Jason. Standing by if you have any questions. Y'all want to see what they did to let this ninja down? Y'all ready? This is the sample email. I don't know if he really got this or not. Hi, Aaron. Thanks for checking in. A quick update on OGN. The book, which has been titled Power Rangers Soul of the Dragon, has significantly changed shape over the last several months and became something wholly unique. A story about Tommy Oliver that explores all of the different Ranger personas he's assumed over the years. Considering how far this project has evolved and how new and unique it has become, Boom has an obligation to reflect those changes in creating the series. This means that we will be focusing on the primary creative staff only, as in not you, Aaron. That said, in all transparency, will likely reach out to JDF to discuss likeness, which could result in some kind of special credit to be determined. Suffice to say, I want to thank you for your passion. Please know that the door remains open for future Power Ranger discussions, as we all other kinds of creative, speaking of which, I have another email coming your way shortly. Happy to hop on the phone if you have any questions. Take care. Holy shit.
Nope.
Oh, man, they did. Yeah. They rang the bell on them. Now, look, this was just a draft. I don't know if Aaron actually got this word for word, but JDF was absolutely stoked about this comic. All the other guys are hating on me, like, Tommy again, ha, ha, ha. Then the EP will air, they'll hate me again. This is a text that JDF sent out, and this is him acknowledging, yeah, people already love it. The Old Man Logan story, I finally get. Aaron's gonna be mad, LOL, because he's not getting credit. But I got him a job on Lionsgate, so, there was some silver lining. But this is brutal, bruh. When you learn that, hey, because you want to be so desperate, constantly reaching out to people without JDF's blessing, that because of your overzealousness, your thirstiness to insert yourself in projects, your credit was removed. And now you're butthurt. And now you hate Kyle Higgins for life, when it was really JDF teaching your ass a lesson, a hard lesson. Just stay in your lane, Aaron. And as a result, if I recall correctly, there was a fight that ensued afterwards. And in this fight, JDF compares Aaron to Kyle in the fight, where JDF calls Kyle a successful movie director and calls Aaron nothing more than a YouTuber. And it hurts Aaron so that that's his future, but he only has himself to blame. Let me know what you think of this video. Please like it and share it, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.